Now, say for example, you want to create really solid alignment inside your image, but it's kind of hard to align things because you're working on a JPEG that already has information embedded into it. So what I can do is I can create guides as a way to help me align things. And the way that you create a guide is you have to make sure that your rulers are on. So if your rulers are off, you go to View and Rulers, or you do Control R. And one nice thing is, say you want to change you're working, maybe you're going between inches or you want to work in pixels. If you right click on the ruler itself, that gives you different units of measurement. So I'm going to stick with pixels for right now. And to create a guide, I'm going to click on the edge of the ruler and drag into my canvas. So say I want to align my object here, and I want the other end to be over here like this. So I'm getting a nice sort of boundary between my shapes. I can then come down to my text, position it down along the edge, and slide that over. And then I can either shrink down the text, or I could just do it manually. So I'm just shrinking it down, like so, and hit enter. Now, say I want to do the same thing with the author's name. I can then, or say I want to do it to a different part, I can then bring this in. Maybe I want it to be aligned here, and I want the other one to be aligned something like that, right? Then I can come back in and go to my text tool, horizontal type, and say, actually, here we go. And this is not showing up because it is behind the rectangle. So let's bring it up. And then I need to shrink this down. So let's make my text smaller. And remember, you can also use and I had some extra text inside here. Delete that out, delete this back, escape to get out of here, and shrink this down. Now, one thing you'll notice is this probably is not centered in my canvas. So if I did want to center my canvas, there's a couple things we could do. What I could do is I can make sure I'm just clicked off, and you'll see this option at the top when you're in Essentials for aligning, but you'll probably see it like this, where it's grayed out. And that's because what's going to happen is it wants to, by default, be aligning to the selection. So when I click that, it's going to align them to the selection. But now, if I click on the three dots, I can change the alignment to the canvas. And then I can align directly in the middle of the canvas. If I wanted a ruler right in the middle of the canvas, what I could do is go to View, New Guide, and here I could say, if I know the dimensions of my piece, I can type in exactly in the middle, or I can also do 50%, and it's going to go 50% along the horizontal and put one right in the middle. Same thing that I could do is, View, Rule, New Guide, and say horizontal, and I can say 50%, and I'll put one directly in the middle like that. Let's make those both white. Now, to clear these out, you can temporarily hide them if you want to keep them by going to Hide Guides, Show Guides, so Control and semicolon, which is what I usually use. So Control and semicolon. Or if you want to clear out your guides, go to View, Clear Guides, and that deletes them all. So you've got a bunch of options there in terms of how you want to approach creating guides, but they can be really helpful for aligning content.